cold of the Arctic Circle, plodding through and sometimes falling into ice and snow as they walk to the North Magnetic Pole. Peter joined us by satellite phone yesterday. Peter, good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Stephen. How are you?
I'm well. More importantly, where are you?
Well, we're about 78 degrees north now. We've just spent the last 5 days basically out in the sea ice. And just tonight we've made camp and we can actually see the tip of the Noah's Peninsula, which is the first sign of land in quite a while.
Okay, so how much further have you got to go?
Another 140 kilometres should see us at the centre of the North Mag Pole.
What are you focusing on day by day, one foot in front of the other?
So navigation becomes quite interesting. There's no compass, conventional compass would not work up here because we're so close to the pole. So, of course, you're watching your shadow all the day because your shadow moves 15 degrees every hour. So every hour you find yourself adjusting yourself and staying on course. The average temperature is about minus 20, and then on top of that you just add wind chill. So if you're walking into sort of a 30-knot wind, you're talking minus 50, minus 60.
And you talk about, you know, the various aspects of the trek so far and the falling through the ice and stuff, but what has been the toughest part so far?
The toughest part, oh, look, I think there was a week there where we basically were buffeted by headwinds, sort of 30 knots a day. Everything you did seemed to freeze. You'd take your glove off for a second, and the next thing you'd potentially have frostbite, and you'd have you holding your fingers under your armpit, that the life would come back into them. I think that could be described as the toughest part. Even your sleeping bag, you wake up in your sleeping bag and it's got ice on the inside of it.
Yeah.
You know, there's some of the features.
And what about you personally? What about your health? What about that heart of yours?
No, the heart's great. The health's been fantastic. Obviously, very hard at the Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre. I knew that I would be at a disadvantage to the other guys in the team, so I just had to make myself train harder. We've been monitoring my heart rate every day, wearing a polar heart rate monitor, and it's been great to see just the average and the maximum heart rates that I've been keeping on the trip. And no, I feel very comfortable, and with 1 week to go, the terrain's looking a bit easier. No problems there. We
better explain in a little more detail, or you'd better, your history as far as your heart's concerned, because that will just leave people in greater awe of what it is you're doing.
Yes, yeah, well, look, I mean, I'm not out here saying that what I'm doing is the toughest thing in the world. I mean, it's the first for Australia, and it certainly is an epic journey, but it's great that I'm doing it after having had 2 bouts of heart surgery. As you just said then, I had surgery just 12 months ago. I had 18 centimetres of my aorta replaced, cut out and replaced with a Dacron graft, which, you know, is a fairly significant operation. And, of course, one of the things I was told at the time was that I might not walk again. And I'll be pretty proud to say in a week's time that I just walked to the North Pole. And
just finally, you're carrying with you Mawson's flag. Tell me about the significance of that.
Douglas Mawson was the first Australian to the South Magnetic Pole in 1908 through Edgeworth David, and successful, and I don't see any reason why not. In a week's time, I'll become the first Australian to the North Magnetic Pole. Carrying his flag is just a huge honour, because to see him as Australia's greatest leader, and it's because of him that we own 4/5 of Antarctica.
Yeah. Well, look, give our best wishes to the other guys in the group. And it's been great talking with you on the satellite phone today, and above all else, stay healthy.
Okay, well, hopefully you catch up with you when I get back.
Good one. Look forward to that.
Okay, bye.
And that's Peter Bland on the polar ice, and part of the reason for Peter's trek is to raise money for the National Heart Foundation. If you'd like to make a donation, you can do so by calling the number you see on your screen now, 1-800-803-156.